It's my Etsy shop year in review. I'm going to be going into my Etsy printable shop, sharing with you all of my year over year information, what my sales looked like, my marketing, and kind of share a little bit about my goals for 2023. So if you have an Etsy shop or you are considering starting an Etsy digital or printable based shop, stay tuned because we are going to dive into my shop today. Hey guys, I'm Amy and welcome back. We are here today to do an Etsy shop in review for my own shop. So if this is the first time you've ever seen one of my videos, hello, my name's Amy. I'm from Work From Home Wonderland. I do have an Etsy digital and printable based shop where I sell electronic digital printable products, and that's what I'm going to be kind of diving into today. I really appreciate transparency in the Etsy sellers community as well as folks who create content on YouTube. I always find this really interesting, and so that's what we're gonna do today. The shirt that I'm wearing is from an Etsy shop. Yes, it is a Taylor Swift related shirt. It's from the Archer's Thread. It says they're burning all the witches even if you aren't one. So if you are a Swiftie fan, you know someone who is, go check out their shop. It's amazing. But regardless, let's get into my 2022 Etsy shop in review. So first of all, let's talk about what I sell. Like I said before, I sell digital and printable based products, and I primarily sell planners, workbooks, checklists, things of that nature. I have been open since how long have I been open? Let's see. 2020, that is the magic date. However, I really did not do anything with my shop for a very long time until 2021 or 2021 is when I really kind of started putting effort into it, and want to kind of talk about what my year in 2022 looked like. My approach for my Etsy shop heading into 2022 was I didn't really have an approach. Yes, I wanted to grow my shop, but I think at the beginning of the year, I was a little bit more aggressive with the goals that I wanted to have. I think I wanted to make like 10 grand or something along those lines, but life definitely took a priority. I am a full-time mom. I have 3 kids. I have a husband. I have a 100-pound Labradoodle, and I work full-time as a talent acquisition manager in a very high demanding, high profile position. So would I have liked to spend more time and more effort in my Etsy shop? Yes. Was I able to? Realistically, no, I was not. So honestly, there were times when I was taking really no action or really caring about my Etsy shop. It was just kind of on autopilot. I didn't really care how many sales that I made. I was not consistent with doing things that are going to generate income, and it was on kind of autopilot for, I'd probably say realistically half the year. So that's where we're at jumping in. So let's head on into the computer and let's take a look at what my actual numbers looked like. All right, so here's my shop. I'm showing statistics for last year. So last year, let's start with views. I had 43,000 views. This is an increase of 36% year over year. I had a 42% increase in my visits year over year. I had 665 orders and $7,355 in revenue. And that is a 30% increase year over year. So considering that my shop kind of felt like it was on autopilot, I'm happy with these numbers. I think a 30% growth is fantastic considering I really wasn't being too aggressive in growing my shop. Now, the one thing about the revenue number, and one of the aspects that I really love about creating digital and printable based products, is that this is almost all pure profit. I do have some expenses that I'm not going to be going over in this video, but they were very low. For example, I have a premium membership to Canva, which I recommend 100%. That's really the only expense related to my actual Etsy shop. So this is almost pure profit, which is awesome. All right, let's look at the detailed stats. You can see that I was trending pretty good. We're gonna do kind of the year before. So you can see last year, which is represented by these dashed little dots down here. I did not really do anything with my Etsy business at all until July of 2021. And so you can see the solid black line is 2022, and it was trending very well and very consistent, which I appreciate and I think is a win, because you weren't seeing these huge dips and valleys. It was pretty consistent, which I'm happy with. Let's talk about how people found me and how I got traffic. So one thing that I do want to point out is that I did have a 42% increase in visits, which was primarily due to these numbers right here, where I talk about kind of what that looks like. So you can see that Etsy brought in 52%, I brought in 48%. I feel like the closer that you can get these numbers to a 50% split, the better. And like I said, I didn't put a whole lot of effort into this section right here where I talk about bringing in traffic. Most of my traffic really did come from Etsy. Etsy app and other search pages was up 81% year over year, which is great. My Etsy search was up 32%. SEO was up 160%, and my ads were up 50%. Now, in terms of social media and other indirect traffic, I had a 13% increase in direct and other traffic. Most of that is coming from TikTok. But the link that I have that redirects people from TikTok to Etsy is my own Linktree website. So that's why it's saying direct or other traffic and not coming in from social media. Now you can see when I drill down to look at social media, I did have a huge increase in Instagram, 1,250%, but it ultimately only brought me a very small percent of traffic directly from Instagram. But again, I did start using Instagram, and basically what I did was I would take my TikTok videos and I would repurpose them and post them as Instagram Reels. So that's where those numbers are coming from. Facebook's heavily down, Pinterest is down, but again, these numbers are very small, 136 views and 37 views. So this is definitely an area that I'm looking to improve heading into 2023. Now, ads were up 55%. If we drill into my ads, this is what it's looking like. So overall, I spent $1,429 on ads, but it brought me $2,020 worth of revenue. So this, I feel like, is a benefit because almost all of my revenue is profit. If I was selling physical products, then this expense would definitely cut into my profit probably significantly, because I'd be paying for so many other aspects like shipping and handling and returns and things like that, and physical expenses for those products. So I was advertising 11 listings at $5 a day. And in the beginning of the year, I think I had it at $2 a day in both February and March. And then I kind of changed things up a little bit in June and did $5 a day. And it definitely is continuing to trend upwards. The $5 a day kind of seems like my sweet spot, and I have tried going higher than that, and Etsy doesn't even use my full ad spend just because of the nature of my products. So I'll probably continue with this a little bit, similarly for 2023. All right, my offsite ads were not a big money maker. So they brought me $27.96 in sales. Basically, this is when Etsy selects your listing for them to promote on Google. Some people make a whole lot of money off of this. As you can see, I did not. That's what I was at this year. And it'll be interesting to see what that looks like as I continue into 2023. So what do my goals look like for 2023? I'm gonna give you just a brief summary. I am gonna do a kind of a full video talking about how I'm defining my goals, what my strategy is for reaching those. So go check out my channel, subscribe, like, do all those things, because I am gonna be filming that video today, tomorrow, I don't know, we'll see. But ultimately, due to the nature of my products, one thing that I do want to get to is just $10,000 in revenue. I think that that's a good baseline. That's another 30% increase. And it's also realistic considering all of the obligations that I have outside of my Etsy shop. I also want to be more consistent with generating new listings, as well as generating additional traffic coming from outside sources. Now, I am gonna be filming a video. I'm filming it right after this one. So if you're seeing this one, go back, look through my videos. It may be already posted. If it's not, I'll be posting it soon. But I'm gonna talk about specifically how I got to this 30% increase, like literally tell you the top 3 things that I did to see a 30% increase despite really not working my business that much. So for 2023, I'm gonna be a little bit more consistent in doing those things that are gonna generate income. I am gonna try some new traffic sources, so head on over to that video for a little bit more detail, but that's my goal, 10,000 with this shop. And let me know down below if you have an Etsy shop, what your goals are. If you have any tips, tricks, let me know. I don't have the largest shop, and I certainly don't have the highest profit or revenue generating shop, but I think it's interesting to see kind of behind the scenes how other people's shops are performing. And so this is how mine did in 2022. I'm proud of it, and I'm excited to see what 2023 brings. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If so, subscribe, like, do all those things. And don't forget, I do have an Etsy Printables success guide in the link in my bio. It shares with you exactly how to create a digital and printable based Etsy shop based on your interests, your passions, your hobbies, your experience. I go through how to figure out what to create, what is going to be profitable, and then I also talk about how to create it, how to sell it, and how to generate sales. So go check that out, and thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye.